James, great question. James threw in the chat here, guys. Fixed or variable? Banks are offering bonuses to lock in fixed rates. Good to know, James. Shows where we might be heading. Your thoughts? That's a tough question to answer, James. And again, there's a lot of moving parts to answering that question. What I will say is, to this point, we have always chosen, in the last 20 years that we've had hundreds of mortgages, we have always chosen to stay with variable. Now, over the last 12 to 15 years, mortgage rates have been significantly less. They've been so low, historically low, that variable has always worked out. Right now, they're significantly high. In fact, they're similar to the interest rates that I remember paying back in 2005, 2006, where we were paying 6, 7, 8% interest on our first mortgages on some of our properties. And so, would I have been smart to lock in some of those mortgages a year and a half ago when they could have been locked in at 3 or 4%, something along those lines? Possibly. Am I regretting not locking them in? I'm starting to. That's just being honest with you. However, what has always been shown in the history, if you go back 50, 60, 70 years of mortgages and fixed or variable options, variable has always, over the period of time, outperformed fixed. We've chosen to stay with variable. Depending on where things go from here, that could change. Depending on what bonuses banks might offer out, that could change. But to this point, we've stuck with variable. Some people think that it's still going to continue to go up. Some people are thinking that, 6 months or a year from now, it's going to start going down. Nobody has a crystal ball and nobody knows. What I will say is, if you are somebody that is risk adverse, you are somebody that needs to know how much your monthly payment is going to be, or you're somebody that does your own bookkeeping and needs to update your bookkeeping every 3 months, 4 months, whenever these things change, with the new payments that you might have to be paying, and it becomes a real pain in the butt, you might want to go towards fixed mortgages. If you're looking to ride this out and see where it goes, it may be smart to stick on a variable mortgage. If you're okay with paying higher now, where in a year or two, it might go down. So, guys, this is a personal decision. It's more of a risk question than anything else. And it has to do with, can the property sustain itself if interest rates continue to rise? Am I cash flowing? If I was to lock in now, will I cash flow for the next 3, 4, 5 years, however we might lock in for? So these are the calculations we want to make before we make a decision as to whether we lock in or whether we continue on variable. So it's a difficult question, and I think it's a question that is different for each individual investor. It's not a across-the-board answer for everybody.